Video demonstrates how to enter in a standard requisition in ReQlogic and how to log in. Using a internet browser, Microsoft's Internet Explorer, Firefox, or Chrome. Here I've opened up Firefox. In the address bar, type in https:// and then vendors.habc.org/ReqLogic and type enter. If you've logged in before, it'll automatically log you in. If you haven't, you'll be presented with a screen that looks like this. From there, click on the login button. From there, I need to enter in I'm going to enter in a requisition. So I'm going to go to the requisitions tab underneath the Housing Authority logo. Scroll down to the requisitions entry. And I'll be presented with my requisitions entry screen. On the far right, there's a plus button. If you hover over it, it'll say new. I'm going to click on that. What you now have is the ability to enter stuff in the header. So I need to provide, all the blue fields are ones that I need to provide. Some of them are automatically entered. It knows who's logged in, the department policy, routing policy, and today's date. I need to give it a general description of what this is for. In this case, it's for painting, is the demo that I'm going to do. If I know the vendor that I'm going to buy the product from, I have the ability to look that up by hitting this magnifying glass. In this case, it shows me all the vendors that are in Great Plains. I'm going to search for a vendor by name and change the search criteria to contains. In this case, I'm going to type the first four characters of Sherwin-Williams, S-H-E-R, hit the apply factor. And it'll filter the context down below, and I have Sherwin-Williams now as an option. I'll select that, and from there I have the ability to add general notes, vendor notes, notes to the buyer. Now I'm going to show you how to enter a note. So if I click on the general notes dialog, it'll bring up another box saying general notes. And I can leave a note to the buyer or any type of note. Prefer Sherwin, but please bid out, is what I can put. And that'll change the context from an empty piece of paper to a filled in piece of paper, and if I hover over it, I can see my note. I also have the ability to add attachments to my requisition by simply clicking on the paper clip icon. I can give this a name, so say quote 1. I can browse or click choose, depending on your browser that you've opened with, to the file location that I want to attach the document. Once I've selected the document, gave it a name, I simply click the upload icon, and now my document has been loaded into my requisition. So now I've filled out my header information. I need to tell the buyer and the vendor what I want to buy from them. So I'm going to enter in the lines of this requisition, and I can either do that here under the Summary tab or the Details tab. I'm going to do it under the Summary tab. I'm going to hit the plus icon again, but this time it's for a new line. And when I do that, I have the ability now to enter a line for this requisition. I have certain ones that are required. Obviously, description, site ID, where I want it to ship to on the site ID, when it's required by a GL account, quantity, and price. If it's an item that I've already ordered before from this vendor, I can hit the magnifying glass. This will bring up all the items in GP. Here again, I can search by description and contains, and I'm going to put in paint. And as you can see, I have several paint options that I've ordered before. In this example, I'm going to order the paint black latex semi-gloss. So I click on that option. It fills in the user or the item ID, the description, the account number that has been previously used by it, and then the remaining is done. I can change this description if I want to add additional information, but now I need to add a site ID. So where is this going to be shipped to? I need to tell the vendor where it goes. In this case, from an example, I'm going to choose Perkins Homes, and I need to provide account number that is associated with Perkins Homes. So I'm going to click on the magnifying glass in the GL account number. And this may not be the appropriate account number, but I'm just adding an account number to show you the ability to do that. Then I need a required by date. When do I need this product on site to continue my job? What's the quantity that I need? I need a quantity of 1. The unit of measure, in this case, since it's paint, it's already been set up as a gallon. And I may not have the firm price, so I can enter in a guesstimate of what the price is, or if I do have a price already from the vendor, I can enter that price in. When I'm done there, I then hit the save button to save that line. If I have more lines, I can simply hit the next button, which is save and add a new line. Now that the item is saved, I have an account number associated with it. I can hit the green circle with a $sign in front of it. This is my budget inquiry window. This would tell me where I am, if I have budgeted numbers for it, what's my actual committed budget amount, and then variance amount would be the total remaining. Once I'm done with that and have entered everything in, I can simply scroll up to the top, and the first icon that looks kind of like a door with an arrow inside of it is my submit. This would then submit the requisition to my approval tree. To review who this is going to, I can scroll down below to the routing tab, and I can see who it goes to next. In my case, the ReQlogic admin, and then budgets, and then the procurement department. At any time, I can come back into this rec after I've submitted it to see what actions have been taken by the users and what the status of the requisition is. Additionally, when things have been done, rejected, the requisition has been finally approved and converted into a PO, I'll get email notifications of that information. So I'm going to hit the submit button. It'll say, are you sure you want to submit this document for approval? I'm going to say okay. And now my supervisor will get a notification saying that there's something in their queue for approval. And I get a notification back saying that this document was successfully submitted through the routing chain. That concludes how to create and submit a standard requisition in ReQlogic.